Once you notice this, you can't unsee it. Once you start noticing how many people are staring at their phones, you can't unsee it. And I'm telling you, I've been noticing it more and more lately. It's kind of like when somebody says, have you ever noticed how many red Corvettes are on the road? And at first you're like, no, not really. But then after they say it, all of a sudden, they're everywhere. They're going down the highway, setting at a stoplight, pulling into Walmart, driving through town. And now you're seeing red Corvettes everywhere. And you know, I started thinking, have they always been there? Or am I just now paying attention? Well, this video is truly not about red Corvettes. This video is about people and their phones. Because once I started noticing how many people sitting there staring down at their screens, I couldn't quit seeing it. You see, people sit there at stoplights looking down at their phones. You see people walking through stores staring at their phones. You see people sitting on park benches, standing in line, eating at restaurants. And half the time, they ain't even looking at the person sitting right across from them. I've even seen it in church. And look, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I've looked at my phone too. We all have. I'm not sitting here acting like I've never done it. But there's a difference between checking your phone and letting the little screen take over your life. And I'm thinking that's what's happening to a lot of people. You can walk into a room where everyone is supposed to be visiting with one another, and it's dead quiet. Nobody's talking. Everyone's got their heads down. Their face is lit up by the little blue screen. And they're scrolling through something that probably ain't gonna matter 5 minutes from now. And when you really stop and think about it, it's kind of sad. People go on vacation, spend thousands of dollars to go somewhere nice. They'll go to amusement parks. They'll go to the beach. They'll go camping, a restaurant, or a family trip. Somewhere where they've been thinking about going for months. And then you look around, and half of them are staring at their phones. They're standing in line, waiting for a roller coaster, scrolling Facebook. They're sitting at the dinner table with family, texting someone who ain't even there. They're walking through places they've paid good money to be at. And now they're missing out on half of it because they're looking down at their phones. And it makes you want to ask, why even go? Why did you spend the money? Why did you take the trip? Why be around people if you're not going to be around them and be on your phone? Just stay home. If all you want to do is stare at your phone, and then you go over someone's house to visit, and they've got a TV on in every room. One in the living room, one in the bedroom, maybe one in the kitchen, and nobody's even watching them. The TV is just talking and playing in an empty room. And while that's going on, the people in the house are sitting there staring down another little screen in their hand. That's what's got me lately. We've got more ways to talk to people than we've ever had before. But somehow people don't really talk anymore. We can send messages. We can have video calls. We can text on our favorite social media. We can comment on somebody's profile. We can like a post. We can follow a person we don't even know. But then we can sit there just feet away from somebody we actually care about and not even say a word to them. That's really strange to me. And I think when you get to a certain age, you start seeing time differently. You start realizing time ain't something you can get back. When you're younger, you think everything can wait. You think there's always going to be another visit, another dinner, another vacation, another Saturday afternoon, another chance to talk to someone you care about. But after 50, you start realizing that ain't always true. One day, that kid sitting beside you won't be little anymore. One day, that vacation will be over. One day, that person sitting across the table from you might not be there anymore. And one day, you're going to wish you looked up more often. And I ain't saying throw your phone away. That ain't realistic. Phones are definitely useful. They are needed. I use mine, and everybody uses theirs. But there is a big difference between using a phone and being used by one. And I think a lot of people are being used by it. They don't even realize it anymore. They pick it up without thinking, and they look. They scroll without thinking. They check it every few minutes, like something important is going to happen. And most of the time, it's nothing. Just noise, some ad, just another post, or just some crazy person with the wrong number trying to talk to someone in a different state, or just another video. Just honestly another distraction. Meanwhile, real life is happening right in front of them. Their wife is sitting there, or maybe it's the husband sitting there, or their kids are just sitting there. Their grandkids, or a friend, or a neighbor next door. And they're missing every moment of it. And like I said, I've caught myself doing it too. I really have. That's why I'm definitely not pointing fingers like I'm better than anybody else, because I'm not. I'm just saying, once you start seeing it, it makes you think. It makes you wonder how much life we're missing out on, because we keep looking down at this phone. How many conversations never happen because we're scrolling on this phone? How many memories get missed because somebody's checking a comment? How many times are we sitting beside someone we love, but we're giving our attention to a stranger online? That's the part that truly bothers me, because that phone will still be there later, but some moments won't, and some people won't, and definitely some chances won't. They'll pass you by. And I think sometimes we need to stop and ask ourselves a real question. Am I actually living my life, Or am I just watching a screen while my life passes by? Because that truly can happen. You can scroll through everybody else's life so much that you forget to live your own. You can watch other people's vacation and miss yours. You can read a stranger's opinion and ignore the person sitting right beside you. You can look at pictures of family online while your own family is in the same room waiting for you to look up. And that is a strange way to live. So maybe this is my red Corvette thing. Maybe once I noticed it. Now I see it everywhere. But I don't think I'm the only one. I think a lot of you notice it too. I really do. You see people glued to their phones at restaurants. You've seen it at family gatherings. You've seen it at church. You've seen it at the local grocery store. You've seen it on vacation, a cookout, a ball game, at the campgrounds, and everywhere else. And maybe you've even caught yourself doing it as well. I know I have, but maybe that's the first step. Maybe once you notice it, you'll start catching yourself before it steals another moment from you. Maybe you'll put the phone down a little more. Maybe you'll look across the table and actually talk. Maybe you'll sit outside and drink a cup of coffee without checking anything. Maybe you'll watch your grandkids play instead of trying to record every second of it. Maybe you'll enjoy the moments instead of trying to post the moment. But I know people say that all the time, but the older you get, the more true you get. Life is short, and I don't want to spend what life I have left staring down at a screen while everything that matters is happening right in front of me. So tell me, what do you think? Am I the only one noticing this, or have you seen it too? Drop a comment below and tell me the craziest place you've seen somebody glued to their phone when they should have been paying attention to real life. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a good day and a better day tomorrow. God bless you. I'll see you on the next video. Love y'all.